So we're back for part 3 of our first look at the new events, the April Fools and the Seimei. And I think I understand why you have to redo the Seimei quest. And that's because it's a 2-part quest. And where we left off, it's at the end of part 2. The game, like, because of its turning the page for like the events, you have to kind of restart it from part 1 because where it ended was in part 2 and we don't have access to part 2. So that kind of makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna try. Hey, you changed your Mikami skin. A native client where fast crashing from far and far between? Yeah, I mean, call me old-fashioned, but I think if Oni didn't crash, it wouldn't be Oni. Like, it's just part of life. Like, it happens. Like, the fact that we can rejoin a dungeon and get our drops back, like, the fact that the infrastructure is there, it's part of the culture. Like, I enjoy it. Like, I don't enjoy crashing, obviously, but it's part of the game. It just happens. It adds a little chaos. Or empty inventory first. Are there stuff we're picking up here? Oh, yeah, chocolates. Chocolate sucks. Yeah. Well, depends what you're doing. If you're farming the big chocolates, yeah, you're gonna have a hard time. And I gotta say, we had this one JP player in the chocolates event, just rude and inconsiderate as all hell for chocolates. Like, I don't know what it was, but like when we do chocolates, like we don't have to be in a voice chat with them. We don't have to talk to them. And if you're like 5 people fighting like a white chocolate, you're gonna notice if somebody who's there with you for like 5 minutes DCs. Like, oh, some of these people are gone. Maybe I should stop attacking. And like I just had this displeasure of like being in a small just group of people there. I'm going to talk to Shizuka so I can complete my storage. But I had the displeasure of just being with like this one JP guy who I couldn't really talk to at all. And like if people DC'd while fighting like the chocolate or whatever, like they just kept going. They just did not care. And it was just so, in my view, just so disrespectful. Like just so inconsiderate. It was like so annoying. Like that's like to me that's the biggest problem with the and with the chocolates. It's always you only crash when they're about to die. Like that's the worst part about chocolates is you crash right before they're about to die. Like that's one of the only situations where crashing sucks because you're not in a party. You don't have those safeguards. That's just not an option. But everywhere else, it's like fine. Like it's like, yeah, okay, I crashed. I'm coming back. I'm gonna pick that stuff up. Don't worry. What's that for? The summer ticket? Yeah, I got a summer ticket. I do. They're a memento. They're a memento of years past. I've had them forever. You still got thank you tickets from stuff? Yeah. It happens. Sometimes, like, for me, like, I'll try to save tickets for, like, a stream or something, and then I just don't, and I lose them. I forget I have them. Have I ever heard of deposit? Yes, and it never worked for, like, 5 years before we had, like, storage, like, well, it's probably longer than 5 years, but it never worked for storage 2. So I still live in the past. Like, I haven't done it as much recently, but I would legit, like, open my inventory and eat energy instead of hitting the big blue plus in the sky. Alright, I am here. Shinoda Forest. Hail! Oh no! That's bad. They deleted it? Fuck. That's no good. Ooh. It's peak Onigiri gameplay. Akuso no Jutsu. I remember this dungeon. Who put this paper here? That's disrespectful. There's a chest. What was it? A nigiri. Nice, Siza. Thank you. They found the last one. Da 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 da. I got frozen? Really? Oh, your size. I was like, whoa, how you dashing like that? I didn't hit anything. What the hell? I like the levels where you walk up the stairs to the portal. I miss that. These guys are huge. Dun, 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 dun. I think you're right. We should have to talk to someone. No? Oh, okay. Oh. This is not the one you did? No? Well done. Truly, you are a most interesting Oni. Holy T-pose. What are you doing? You are a rock. You are gone. When you did have mobs in front of the house? You used to talk to the tiny red paper. Ah. Thank you. Why does it want my energy? You don't see the little paper. Did you talk to them in Onigashima? Or is it... No, that's fine. We had fun. I enjoyed that. Like I said, I missed the stairs. Oh, so it can't be done again? Okay. Yeah, you're right. Mob's in front of the house. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, Baraki? Wasn't Seimei's mansion supposed to be harder to get into? It must have taken us through the shortest possible path. I never expected to run into yokai here. Saizo, you're scaring me. It's hard to imagine Seimei would allow their intrusion. Something must have happened. We should hurry! Oh fuck, it's Yamaroshi! Gotta let that yokai know. Oh fuck, he's got HP. Are we jumping through the ceilings, the silo? Is that what we're doing today? Oh yeah, yin stones. I remember those. Ooh. Oh shit. These guys are dead. Even the paper's dead. Oh no. Makes me think of the paper in Genshin. I like that guy. There you are. Whoa, what's going on here? Those Shikigami. Domon, what happened to Seimei? Right, calm down and let me explain. After some investigation, I determined that I wasn't entirely correct. What do you mean? Okay. I had business with Seimei, and upon my arrival, I discovered this, and I sent Shiki your way. But it may have been in haste. Now, while I was waiting, I had the opportunity to investigate a little, and I have since concluded that this Seimei isn't human. Huh? To be precise, it's an extremely lifelike Shikigami. How is that even possible? Anyway, it would seem that the real Seimei is somewhere else, and he sent this Shiki to contact us in his stead. I should have expected this, honestly. What irritates me the most is that I didn't realize immediately. So Seimei, right, I think it's safe to say that he isn't dead. That said, looking at this, I can't be sure that he's safe either. Indeed not. Who's there? What a day this has been. I really didn't expect them to get this far. Seimei, I knew you were too stubborn to die. I only just woke up. Oh, what a mess. Glad you're alive. Indeed. So Seimei, oh wait, pseudo Seimei, your Shiki isn't getting up. I was afraid of that. I suppose it's been stolen then. What has? Let me begin by explaining what happened. As Domon surmised, I am controlling Shiki from a different location. It is a floating island a little ways from Shinoda Forest. This island is protected by a very sturdy barrier. None save for myself can pass through, or so I had thought. I was attacked by someone mere hours ago. Attacked? How? That is the question. It is not. Is it not? As soon as I laid eyes on him, I found myself wounded. From the manner in which he hid his presence to the speed in which he attacked me, it seems I had a run-in with a rather skilled assassin. A teleporting assassin? Unusual. And the Shiki? It was all rather sudden, you understand. The spell I used to defend myself must have been absorbed by the fallen Yori Shiro. I imagine that is when my Shiki was stolen. It's like someone stealing the shield right from your arm. Then you're defenseless. How can you be so calm? What of the 12? Calm. No, I believe that this is just the blood loss. At any rate, the 12 are safe, thankfully. The 12? Seimei's most powerful Shikigami. As you may surmise, there are 12 of them. That's like the 12 zodiac signs, a rat and goat and dragon and all that stuff. You're bleeding. Are you alright? Ah, well, I would not say that I am doing alright. I will require time to heal, however. Yes, I suppose I have no other choice. I'm afraid I must ask for your assistance in resolving this matter. We're going to go extend heal him. Sure. Sure. I expected you to at least ask what helping me entailed first. Very well. It's not looking a gift horse in the mouth. Start by calling upon the following people. The Wanderer, Maeda Keiji, Amakusa Shiro, Yagyo Jubei, Akechi Mitsuhide of Oda, Tokugawa Ieyasu, and Honda Tadakatsu of Mikawa, and finally, Sesshu the Artist. Gather these 7 people to your cause. That's quite the lineup. It will be easier to explain the situation after all have been gathered. They will be the most effective in resolving the crisis on our hands. They're all rather difficult individuals, but Aurelia's renown will likely go a long way in securing the cooperation. Tell them to gather in Onigashima. I'll send a Shiki. Why Onigashima? Yes, there's a reason for that. I will go into details, but there are more pressing matters at hand. Allow me to simply say Aurelia's assistance is very much required. Good luck! Dun dun dun. Okay. This was one of the best storylines they had in Oni in recent years. Because you're gathering the 7, like, Digidestined. And, like, gathering them. And the Sesshu event explained the special metal used to make their Vanguard weapons. And where it comes from. And, oh, it was really cool. Lots of lore. So we need to just gather all 7 in Onigashima. But how are we going to find them all? Lords Ieyasu, Honda, and Akechi are each the heads of warrior clans. I might be able to get their locations from my connections in the shogunate. There's an office near the Yellow Dragon Spire. I'll pop in and see what I can learn. Then that leaves Keiji, Jubei, Sesshu, and Shiro. How are we to find them? Ha, aren't you forgetting something? You have the Ashiya Domon, the greatest Onmyoji alive, at your disposal. So, you know how to find them? Ha ha, there isn't an Onmyoji alive who doesn't know me. Many have been hired to send Shikis like the camera around town to monitor the populace and keep the peace. I'll send word to my contacts on the country. I'm sure they can be convinced to send their contacted yokai to find our reclusive friends. Shiki are fast, but Kamaitachi is faster. Well, aren't you just full of surprises today? Alright, we'll leave these 4 to you. Ha 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 ha! Just leave it to me! Whee! But I must confess, why those 7? No idea. There's no real connection between them that I can see. I have the location of Ieyasu and the others. That was fast! Yeah! Lords Ieyasu and Tadakatsu is headed to Kusatsu. Lord Akechi is on their way to Edo. Let's start with them. Let's go to Kusatsu. Okay. Going to Kusatsu. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Fun fact, Kusatsu is my favorite onigiri town. Because that was the first town we saw after we got out of Echigo for like 6 months. That was the town of new beginnings. Echigo's your favorite? Yeah. You recently rewatched the first stream on this event? You still remember my reaction to her being so fast? I said I want her movement speed? Good to know I'm consistent. Damn, I was like, damn, that was fast. How the fuck? She got res points, prayer crystals, teleportations. She's got the fourth Okage speed. Okay. Aurelia, what a coincidence. I'm here to buy some butterburn miso. Maybe take a dip in the hot springs. Tadakatsu prepared some for me a while back, and now I'm completely hooked on the taste. A warm bowl of miso and a good long soak is a recipe for relaxation. What's that? You have some business with Tadakatsu and I? You see? Well, shit. Abe no Seimei. As in the Onmyoji, didn't he die over 100 years ago? He sent you to bring us to meet him? Well, that's a most unusual story. It's all rather suspicious. I'm afraid I can't allow my lord to accompany you. Honda, come on! After everything we've been through? Or so I'd say under ordinary circumstances, you've proven yourself trustworthy. Yes, it's Aurelia we're talking about. It sounds important. I think it's worth the risk. You're looking for Jubei? She came with us, you know. Hey, Jubei! At your command. If it isn't Aurelia and company. I also question them wearing normal clothes outside of the hot springs. Yeah, true, eh? Like, they're at the hot springs. Like, why are they all, like, in military gear? Abe no Seimei wants us to gather. I'm not sure I follow. We're going to Onigashima. Wait, never mind. I was half dragged here by Lord Ieyasu. This is no different. You're going to go look for the others, right? We'll meet you on the Onigashima. As for our next person of interest is Mitsuhide, who we found in Edo. Let's hurry. Edo, Edo, Edo. Edo, Edo, Edo. Look, hit my head in that lamp. That's the moon. Tanegashima. That should be Edo. Oh, what part of Edo? Honda's event giving us the best post-event clear award in the game. And Honda's event had like so much for it. Like Honda's event, I remember I made a meme for it. I said like it was like that one where the Reaper takes them away. It's like, was I a good event? It's like you were like the best event. Honda's event was honestly one of the best events of all time because they gave us the silhouette mags. They gave us the weapons. Like, it was the first one that had, like, to do the dungeon 3 times, and you get, like, 50 energy restores. Like, it was so good. I always think this guy's Jiraiya. Every time I walk by this bridge, I think he's Jiraiya. Soaring Peaks. Not Silhouette, you're right, Soaring Peak, yeah. Yeah. Bridge. Okay. Oh, fancy meeting you here. I just finished running an errand for Nobunobu. Oh, really? It is Nobunobu. Yeah, skins too, yeah. All these checkpoints and forms to fill out. Ugh, I don't see how anybody lives in Edo. I should just let Hideyoshi do everything. Oh well, it looks like you have business with me. Spill already. You see. Abe no Seimei, no kidding. If that's true, count me in. I could use an outlet for this frustration. I'd be happy to help. So just wait for you on Onigashima, right? I'll be there soon. Don't keep me waiting. I'm worried. I found the last 3. Maeda, Keiji, and Sesshu have seen in Kaga. Amakusa Shiro headed somewhere. Nakasendo isn't far from here. We should go for Shiro first. Nakasendo? I guess. Which way to Nakasendo? Yes, we did have fan service, absolutely. Nakasendo's right here. Yo, brother, what a coincidence. No, you got business with me? Is it something fun? Do tell. Well, you see. Really? I don't get it, but this Abby guy wants to meet? Yeah. And we're meeting in Onigashima? Yeah, okay, bro. I wasn't doing much today anyways. I'll just sell these veggies along the way to Onigashima. See you there. Well, that leaves Keiji and Seshu in Kaga. That's an unexpected combination. Keiji's from Kaga, but Seshu. There's a big garden in Kaga. Maybe she's there to see that. Good point. Well, hopefully they're together. Let's go to Kaga before they move or split up. Kaga. Imagine how hard Onigiri would be if you couldn't fast travel. Like if you couldn't go to the rift. Oh my god. He is... There's a word for it and I can't think of it. Alright, where's this garden? Remember going in the lake? Like you'd roll through somewhere and you'd just go in the lake. That was awesome. Oh my god, he's Toshi! Oh hey, what brings you all the way here? Toshi, we need to talk with Keiji. Have you seen her? Oh sure, she's here. She pops in every so often with the whole golem thing. Maybe she's having a nap in the gardens. She likes hanging around Suisun Forest. So what's up? If there's something I can help with, just say the word. Appreciate it. Suisun Forest, right, let's go. This is not the way to Suisun Forest. Where is this taking me? That is not Suisun Forest. Yeah, he's wobbling, exactly. I couldn't think of the word. Like, there's a word. It's like a new slang that he was doing. It was not vibing. It was something with an S. I don't know what it was. But he was doing it. Oh, hi, Seshu. Oh, hi. That's literally what I said. Seshu, I'm glad we ran into you. Did you come to see the gardens? Yep, I was painting the lake. Yukitani's latest release. Wait. I need your help with something. I don't really get it, but okay. I'll just follow Aurelia. Thanks. Alright, that just leaves Keiji. Keiji's by Suisun Forest. Which should be around here somewhere. We gotta do it. Oh my god. This is cool. Ugh. Okay. What the fuck did she do? She killed them all in an instant. There we go. Is this a boss? Am I getting any of his recipes? In what way? Like from the event? Oh, the Taiji ones? I know I got a couple last time. I think I got Rain and Dark last time. Well. Look at us, 2 peas in a pot. I got Rain and Dark last time. Oh, you gotta love it. Great minds think alike. The fire one might be good with the new skill. The Saizo one could be worth considering. Was I supposed to talk to Keiji or something? I don't see an arrow. Do I see an? No, that's him. Okay. Oh, there's a green. How do I get in there? Let me in. Did you find them? What kind of person did you find? What is this? Huh? Well, that was a completely different quest. I guess I was supposed to talk to Moroku in there. The T-posing headless thing? Yeah, that happened when I got out of Shinoda Forest first time. So I guess I just forgot to talk to Moroku, I guess. As soon as I left, I'm like, did I forget? I thought there'd be less mobs on normal. Okay, so I should just have to beat this thing. There's the arrow. There he is. Toshi said this is the place. Napping here takes some courage. Hey, look. Z. Good morning. Huh? Oh, it's you. What business do you have here? Time to get up. I need your help. Fine. I can't promise anything, but I'll show up at the very least. That's everyone. Let's meet up with Seimei and Onigashima. She was, at the time, she was like the strongest. She is probably one of the strongest characters in the game. It's like Saizo, Honda, Keiji. Then you could argue like Akechi. Seimei too. Katashiro and Onigashima. Okay, we'll take a fast track there. Shika. Oh, true. Yeah. The SIG. I remember when they said they were boosting Vanguards for the LTDs, and they said Siegfried was boosted, and they forgot to boost his damage. They only made him fill up really fast. And I used Siegfried to fight Darkfin, and it took 11 minutes. I didn't. I was like, if I switch out of Siegfried, I'll do more damage. And I said, no, I will stay in Siegfried. And I kept filling them up. I did it. I've been waiting. Everyone is here? Good. What's the plan? Right, I shall be blunt. Aurelia, there is a gap of sorts on Onigashima. One which leads somewhere else entirely. Does this ring any bells? It is a void between our realities and the lands of everlasting night. That realm is under the purview of a singular deity, Chiefuri. What do I want as a perk next? So, is this a question about, like, which perk that already exists do I want to see show up next? Or is this a question of, like, if I could have anything become a perk, what would I want it to be? No. We need to go there. The Temporal Rift? Is that what it's called? Alright. The second one? So, like, if I could have anything become a perk that I'd want to see, like, I know we have a lot of... I was actually going to say that. Like, I was going to say we actually have a lot of fire weapons right now, but I would like to see, like, a 137 Eldritch Beast, like, as a perk. I'd like to see something like that. I think Izo, like, is a perk. It's just they didn't want to make him a perk because he was part of story. And they didn't want to make the story farm irrelevant in place of another farm. Could be a different element. Tiamat perk? Fuck. I mean, if you got cores like crazy, and if it wasn't a stupid perk, like, if it was like combine like 4 white brilliances and 4 raids to make it, like, I'd be fine with that. Like, if that's what they want to do. Because it's better than, like, 8 L-Sins. But if, like, you know, if they did something like that, that'd be cool for that. But I think Eldritch Beast would be a lot of fun. I could see them doing, like... That's a lot of cores. But I could see them doing, like... Because Eldritch Beast is one of the more pretty weapons. It's really cool. People still use it. Fallen Star. It's kind of fallen off in recent years, but he'd be fun. Like, he'd be like fire, bonus damage, like bonus, like, it would probably be like the weapon would always have a chance to burn the enemy for like 1,000,000 damage a tick. And then it would have, like, if enemy is burning, you do more damage. Like, it would be, like, something like that. Green Odin would work. Oh, man. Except for him crashing us. Javi Odin, yeah. Odin would be a good one, too, because there's so many different forms of Odin. We have, like, Odin. We have Oblivion Odin. We have the other Odin. We have Javi Odin. We've got, like, 4 different Odins. Where's Thor? Anyway, let's continue. But yeah, like, if out of what we have, Eldritch Beast would be really fun. I do think they should finally make the LTD perks, like Leviathan and Darkfin and all them. Like, I'd like to see them come with their own oogies and stuff. Because to me, that's the best thing about a perk, is that it comes with an oogie on it. Like, that's the best feature, in my opinion. Like, when they're cool, like the Dullahan had like a cool oogie. I wouldn't want to see Hades perk. It would be really cool to see Elder perk and have Elder weapons. Just putting that out there. I think Elder... When they brought back Elder for Battle Maiden Shizuka's event, that felt really cool, and I really enjoyed it. Like, I feel like Elder would have, like, the other side weapons, but he doesn't have weapons, so if they would just make weapons based off Elder and the Goko, Like, that would be really cool. It'd be super cool. I know. I know. I know. I have. Oh, he's one of them. Oppenheimer's one of them, isn't he? Oppenheimer, Genoblade, the Genobuster, the Genobuster. Yeah, Genobuster. Fuck yeah, I'd love to see a 140 Genobuster. Let's go. Yeah, Genobuster was such a fucking boss weapon. I thought as much. When it was fortunate when I chose Onigashima, this is certainly a test of my abilities. Aurelia, I assume that you and the Lady of the Void have a relationship potentially familiar, friendly in nature. If it is not too much trouble, I would like for you to negotiate our entrance into the void. We will need shelter there for a little while. You want me to bring everyone there? Indeed, and there is no time to waste. If I am being perfectly frank, there is something that must be done in the rift, but we will need the Lady of the Void's permission. That would be most unacceptable. However, where'd you come from? It is a servant's duty to attend their master's call. The situation is now clear to me. Is that? That's Jafuri. She is able to manifest in our plane? Onigashima truly is an interesting land. No matter. If you were listening in on our conversation, then there is no need for me to explain again. Lady of the Void, I beg your permission. Passage is limited to my master's companions. That is the pact, and it is our bond. However, my master's wishes are mine to grant. Say the word, and Shifuri shall make it so. The temporal rift is chaotic and formless. The island upon which my master visits is one of very few constants. Shifuri will secure one of the remaining islands for your stay. Come, you must say the words, master. Make it so. Understood, my master. I will make it. It will take but a moment. Aurelia, why is the Lady of the Void calling you master? Are you? No, I apologize. There are more pressing matters at hand. I would love to resume this again later, should we find the opportunity. We should head into the void as soon as it is ready. Are you going somewhere? It's like another world. Another world, you say? How fantastic. I read a book about another world recently. Tadakatsu, we're going to another world. I like that. We're going. This void you speak of better not pose any risk to my liege. If anything, it should be safer than our world, especially that after recent events. Very well. What is this paper you got here? It's so I can greet our host in person. It is done, master. The entrance is now connected. Your party may pass through to the convenience. You have my thanks, Lady of the Void. Come, there's much to do. Yippee! We're finally back to the beginning. Back to the future. Whoa, what is this place? Now that's not something you see every day. Where is the Abbey no Seimei? Didn't he say he was coming along? Damn, her face creepy. Yes, I suppose this will do. Ba-ba-da-ba, ba-ba-da-ba. Ta-da! Abe no Seimei, forgive me for my tardy greetings. I am Abe no Seimei. Is that where the cutscene ends? As you may have heard from earlier, son, it is I who beckoned you all here. Okay. Let me begin by explaining why I had you all gathered today. To put it in simple terms, our world is under attack. We are being invaded by people from parallel universe, and I had us brought here in order to formulate a plan. Parallel what? I'm afraid you lost me. A parallel universe, a world that could have been had different choices had been made over the course of history, similar yet entirely foreign to us. For example, in this other world, perhaps there is also a swordsman named Yagyu Jubei. But this Yagyu Jubei wields not the Kaneuji, but the Mikedanta instead. I see, the Mikedanta was the Tachi that I would have inherited from my father, so there is a world in which I had inherited the blade. There is no need to force yourself to understand. What is important is that we are under siege. The man who attacked me was one such invader. Say what? It bears mentioning that this man is also responsible for the slasher incident in the future Kyoto. Aurelia would know to what I am referring to, of course. Future Izuna would not have been able to resolve it on her own. You mean to imply that this man can not only move between worlds, but time as well? Indeed. A fearsome ability, to be sure, and to take the great Abe no Seimei by surprise. I understand he's a threat, but does one man warrant all this? It seems to me like you're afraid of something else. Quite, my concern lies with the other effects of his actions. Effects? What do you mean by that? It is my belief that he is operating under the influence of a certain Kamikoi. Otherwise, it would be difficult to explain the seemingly boundless power he wields. Right, I can understand gods and yokai, but it's hard to imagine a human wielding so much power. Then it is logical to assume that a Kamikui or some being of extraordinary power is facilitating these events. Given that, we need to assume that said being has its own goal. My guess is that it intends to manifest itself in our world. Say what? During the last Great War, a powerful conceptual barrier was erected in order to thwart the machinations of a certain temporal traveling Kamikui. Wasn't it Kronos? With every intrusion this mystery man makes in our world, a hole opens up in an ancient barrier. Poke enough holes into it, and it'll be as effective as soggy paper, so we can repair or reinforce this barrier. Given time and sufficient resources, perhaps, unfortunately, we don't have much time. As such, I was forced to consider a permanent primitive solution. We must force him back into his own world, with violence, if necessary. To facilitate this solution, I need your weapons. Finally, we get to the good part. I was about to fall asleep from the boredom. Our weapons? You mean Zuchan? Yes, your weapons. All incorporate a particular metal. This metal has been found in locations across Japan. However, we have no idea where it came from originally. Zuchan was originally a rusty piece of junk found in Mikawa Bay. Tadakatsu's weapon was discovered in an old barrow and reforged. Some of you may not know where or how your weapons were forged, but it is quite clear to me now. Your weapons give off the same aura as my assailant. They all belonged to him originally, in one form or another. What? Impossible. I inherited this from my old man. Our perception of time means very little to our time-traveling opponent. Perhaps he drops a belonging or two during his travels. It weathers over time and becomes an indiscrepant lump of metal. We find it and turn it into a powerful weapon once again. It might be hard to wrap your head around the concept, but time isn't necessarily linear. Then I must admit that I fail to see what we could achieve faced with such a foe. The first step is to completely master your weapons. What does that entail? However faint, your weapon maintains a form of connection to our enemy. We can use that against him. By placing it under your sole control, I'll be able to isolate that connection and attack him in a number of ways. Then I'll drag him into our plane and seal his ability to escape. I will set the stage, and you will handle the violence. Simple. With all this about spells and whatnot is beyond me, but I trust in your ability to get this done. I'm still learning, but to my eyes, Tadakatsu wields the Tombo Kiri like an extension of her own body. If Tadakatsu hasn't made the weapon her own, how many decades must I spend before I reach the same heights? The mastery I speak of does not stem from experience. Think of it more like ritualistic dominance. That's some relief. Wait, what? Ritual? I will borrow the power of the temporal rift to create an area of space where all of you will enter. It is merely an illusion. However, you will not be any mortal danger. However, it may prove to be an exhausting experience. Within this area, you will learn to master your weapons. To put it in modern terms, you will expend extra stamina and get extra benefits. It has taken a while to get here, but that about summarizes what I'm trying to accomplish. I do hope you will agree to help, as the fate of the world hangs in the balance. Well, it doesn't seem like we've got much other choice. I'm in. I'm concerned about the burden this training may place on my leash. Seimei wouldn't suggest it if it couldn't pull it off. Unless, of course, you have less faith in me than the sorcerer we just met. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't really understand a lot of what you said, but count me in too. Squeak, it's Bokuju. So the more we fight, the stronger we get, right? Byakuya is mine, and I'm happy to prove it. But plus, I'm not one to turn down a challenge. I'm not particularly interested in any of this. Maybe if old Seimei is down to square off, I might be persuaded. Very well, as long as it is after you all are at the point where I can be satisfied with your progress. That's more like it. I have no reason to refuse. It seems clear that this path will elevate my swordsmanship to even greater heights. I understand the situation now. Of course, I'd be happy to cooperate. To think that Koga held such a secret. I am pleased to see you're all in agreement. I was worried if I could have to resort to drastic measures. If you would just line up in order I say, I shall prepare your respective training areas. Good luck. Okay. We made it here. Can I talk to them? Do you have an exchange shot? No. Okay. Looking at the clock, it is 5 in the morning, and I can't keep going with this. I gotta get to bed. To be honest, this is like the latest I've been up in a long time. But I did make it here, and I'm glad. Now it's just a quick talk to them all, and I'll be done. A daily Shinoda? I don't think so. Alright, so I'm going to claim that. And yeah, thanks everybody for coming out, hanging out, chatting. It's a good time. Good to see y'all. Make sure you get that April Fool thing done in time, and hopefully if someone gets lost in these dungeons, maybe they'll watch this video or the one before it and they'll find their way. Because I didn't remember half of this stuff. I remembered a bit of it, but all them dungeons, I don't remember any of that. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for staying subscribed. Thanks for the comments, the engagement. Thanks for playing Oni, and giving it the time and respect it deserves. And I will see you all next time for sure. And I'm gonna go pass out. So see ya.